major development in the excise policy, the liquor gate case. The CBI has filed charge sheet in which former Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia has been named, apart from other businessmen and top executives of companies. Their names are also mentioned. The CBI now filing the charge sheet in the Delhi excise policy case against 4 people, one of whom is the former Delhi Deputy Chief Minister, the man on your screen, Manish Sisodia, who has been denied bail by the courts. Bhavtosh Singh, a senior news editor, now joining us for more on this. Bhavtosh, this is a major development. Many people were talking about it, but CBI has now put Manish Sisodia's name in black and white in the charge sheet.
Yes, in fact, Manish, a very big development on expected lines, because within 60 days, one has to file a charge sheet in the Prevention of Corruption Act, and a charge sheet against former Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia has been filed. Apart from him, top businessmen and also executive of Brindico Sale, Amandeep Dhall, he has also been booked in the excise policy case. He and also Arjun Pandey, his name is also in the charge sheet. Former auditor of K. Kavita, Butchi Babu Gorantla, his name is also in the charge sheet. Remember, Butchi Babu Gorantla was arrested in February, just before the arrest of Manish Sisodia. So he has also been named as an accused in the charge sheet. Total 4 people have been booked and charge sheeted in this case. This is the first supplementary charge sheet that has been filed by the Central Bureau of Investigation, and they have said that the investigation in the case is still going on. Around 14 days back, CBI had called Delhi's Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal as a witness in the case. In fact, he was questioned for nearly 9 hours by the Central Bureau of Investigation, and his statement was also recorded by the agency. And his statement was recorded in the 161 CRPC, and after that, his statement was taken on record by the agency. Manish Sisodia, when he was in the custody of the CBI, he was confronted with his then Secretary in Excise Department, C. Arvind, and also with the then Excise Commissioner RF Gopi Krishna. So CBI had, in fact, was the first agency that arrested Manish Sisodia, and later on he was arrested by the Enforcement Directorate. So big development as far as the excise policy. Now,
Bhavtosh, just put this in context. The ED had filed a supplementary charge sheet earlier this month, and names of Sisodia and other people were not mentioned in this. So this is really a major jolt for Sisodia.
Well, as far as Sisodia is concerned, he was arrested on 26th of February, after which the agency needed to file the charge sheet in this case. Otherwise, he would have got a default bail, because recently Supreme Court had passed an order in which they had made it very clear that if any charge sheet is filed on the 61st day or even later than 61st day, then that person is eligible eligible for a default bail. Keeping that thing in mind, CBI in fact has filed the charge sheet in this case, and tomorrow there would be a hearing on the bail application of Manish Sisodia. So there are several developments that have taken place in the case, and CBI has said that the charge sheet has been filed as far as this high-profile case is concerned. But they have also said that the investigation in this case continues, because K. Kavita is a person of interest as far as the agency is concerned, and there are other developments that will be taking place very soon as far as this case is concerned.
Now, you were talking about the Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, how he was summoned. Will the charge sheet now naming Sisodia, will that change something?
Well, Sisodia, he was called in around 14 days back by the agency, and his statement was taken on record as a witness in this case. And his statement, at that point of time, CBI has said that he's a witness in this case, and his statement was recorded under 161 CRPC. Mr. Kejriwal, after the questioning, had said in 9 hours he was questioned, 56 questions were asked from him.
Quickly, some of the facts of the case, Bhavtosh, how the case began, how the first charge sheet was, how the first FIR, ECIR as it is called by the ED was filed, and then Manish Sisodia, accused number 1, was placed under arrest. Bhavtosh. All right, let's get a reaction from the BJP national spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party, Shehzad Poonawala, now joining us. So what do you make of this, the CBI in its charge sheet naming Sisodia?
This was a fait accompli, Pranesh, simply because it is the courts of law that have said in categorical terms that the architect of the Sharab Ghotala was Manish Sisodia. The fact is that 90 to 100 crore rupees had been taken by him as bribe. The fact is that they have established prima facie that this scam took place, that it took place with the assistance of Manish Sisodia, how there were other players who were arm twisted, how the entire draft policy was changed in order to give a cartelization effect and to benefit the Sharab Mafia. All of this has been documented by the courts, and the courts have not given him release despite him approaching the Supreme Court. So I would really say this is nothing but a fait accompli. But yes, the voluble, loud and quite insensible spokespersons of the Aam Aadmi Party today have to answer three questions. One, there is a money trail established by the courts. Two, the Ghotala took place, the court has established that. And three, now Mr. Sisodia has been named in the charge sheet. So I hope they will stop saying charge sheet mein naam nahi hai, junjuna nahi mila, kattar imandar hai. Today the degrees of corruption of Manish Sisodia and Kejriwal have been opened up, and I think they must answer the specific questions relating to the Sharab Ghotala rather than say the diversion or emotional or victimhood card.
Now, Shehzad, the last time we heard from the Aam Aadmi Party netas, and I remember Raghav Chadda saying this at a news conference, where is the money, honey? He was talking about the alleged money trail. He said the agencies have no proof of it.
The money is also there, honey. It's been established by the court. There is also corruption there, so there is no need to be funny. Mr. Raghav Chadda, there is honey, money, and there's no need to be funny. These are proceedings of the courts, which you have got no relief against. So rather than, being only in this kind of tone of being funny, he must now answer these questions seriously. They even compared Mr. Kejriwal and this accused number one, Sisodia, to Mahatma Gandhi and Sardar Bhagat Singh. I think it is most objectionable. But now they must come out and tell us specifically that how much money was taken, how much bribe was paid, and why was the Sharab Ghotala done? Wasn't that money funneled for elections? And that their Kattar Imandari certificate, the court basically has torn it up and thrown it in the dustbin.
Okay, this is a massive jolt for Kattar Imandar tag that Aam Aadmi Party has given itself, says the BJP Shehzad Poonawalla. Thank you for speaking to us, Shehzad. We have Piyush Joshi,